latest sketch. I know it's a little hard to see. I know it's really light. It's a little hard to see, but it's there, I promise. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's quite different from what I normally do. I have zero experience with drawing animals. And so I went online and I asked my friend Harlow for help. And I got some help. And this is the best I could come up with. People seem to like it. I'm not sure if I'm 100% satisfied with it or not, but I'm going to color it anyway. Take that, me. Of course, I don't think I was ever going to be truly satisfied with this. I just don't feel like I could get exactly what I wanted onto paper. Partially because, I knew the general idea. I wanted, these cute little chibi foxes. And, even looking up styles, there were some cute ones I found on Google Images, and I did draw a couple, on paper, that I really, really liked, just to try and see if I could remember the shapes and all that jazz. And I'm not sure if I don't know if I really helped myself or not. I guess it did, but also, I don't know. I just don't feel like I was ever going to get exactly what I wanted. So, in this case, I suppose I did settle for, this isn't terrible, it's not great, it's not what I wanted, but it's not terrible, it's good enough, it will work. And normally I don't like to satisfy. Oh no, I just lost my word. Settle. I don't like to settle like that. I mean, I suppose in a way I have to, just because I only have so much skill. And by that, I mean, I don't have a lot of skill. So I pretty much just, have to try and make it as best as I possibly can. And call it good from there. That's it. But, yeah. So for some reason, I decided I was going to, outline all the colors in the marker first, and then color everything in after that. And it's not an outrageous step. It actually makes it easier. It did feel like it took longer at the same time, though. So, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of issues going on with this one. Starting with the fact that I didn't know how to color any of this. Well, I've painted the ice cream cone ornaments before for my character tree, but had I ever done a flat coloring of an ice cream cone? No, I don't think so. Or not to this scale. It was a prop in one of my pictures. That was probably about it. So yeah, you're gonna see the struggles coming up. And to be honest, I was going to use markers that were not my Copic markers. That was the original plan, and I did kind of, sort of, somewhat start off with that. But I swear to God, the marker caps are always deceiving because it never looks quite the same as the marker cap. Or anything else. So, I wanted the foxes to be a paler pink than what they ended up. It's a fine pink. I don't dislike this pink. But I wanted it a paler pink. I don't know what it is, but even when it comes to paints, I rarely find a color that I absolutely love just straight out of the bottle. Especially with probably pink, purple, blue, because I use those colors probably the most, to be honest. Red is hit and miss. Red is fine, but also, a little bit of a duller red I find is easier for me to work with. For, the blushing of the skin and stuff like that. I mean, I water it down heavily with the paint anyway. Remember this comb color? This is a nice color. Remember it. Okay, I sidetracked myself, and I don't remember what I was saying. Something about red. But, yeah, so about how I water the red down to blush the skin and stuff anyway. So, that's a thing. That's why I get the little 2 fluid ounce bottles of paint. They're like 58 cents at Walmart. I found some cheaper glitter paint at Hobby Lobby for like 69 cents. Some of their bottles are 49 cents for like just the regular matte acrylic paint. So I mean, I get the cheap paint, and I know some people might say, oh, the more expensive paint. Well, that's usually thicker to my very limited understanding. And I water it all down with water anyway, so like I feel like for me, I'm a cheap paint kind of person. Cheap paint kind of girl, and that's fine. I don't really feel a need for expensive paint, despite the fact that I have expensive Prismacolors and expensive Copics. But the Copics came really cheap. I easily saved... Actually, do we want to talk about that? Because, I mean, it was the one and only time I ever, like, super mega splurged. But come on, $6 clearance down to $2? How could I pass that up? And I saved so much money splurging on all those beautiful clearance markers. I just sidetracked again, but at this part in the video, we're still on the base colors. That was a mistake going over that. I should have gone over all of it or none of it at all. Ugh. And yeah, know that all the swatching on the side, is, you can probably tell, is not part of the main marker paper. That's the sketch paper that I did the other sketch on, but you'll see that at the end. And quite frankly, as I was recording this, I was wondering if I was recording too much of the base colors. Like, I'm not even sure how much of the highlighting and shadows shows up. Like, it's probably a little bit different on a computer screen, or even watching, like, a normal YouTube video, because, like, CapCut will make your thing smaller to have all the room for the edity things. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully footage I did do was not completely boring. I probably should have cut out some more of the base coloring, and that might have helped. Might have. You know what, remember this ice cream color too. I have regrets. I have a lot of regrets. I am a person who lives with these regrets now, because there is absolutely nothing I can do to change them. Well, I mean, I guess there's not absolutely nothing. There are things I could do, just not on this piece of paper, because there's nothing more I can do color-wise to this piece of paper. It's done with color. It ain't taking no more. It's had its fill. And fill it did. Yeah, that's my feeling. So, like, to be honest, I can't say I really had much fun with the sketch of this, nor do I feel like I can say I had fun with the coloring of this. Like, it's something... I think just seeing an end result was more motivation for me to keep going with this, especially when it kept seeming to take a turn for the worst. In my minor panics of, oh my god, what am I doing? Oh my god, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making a mess. I'm making it worse. Ah! And, okay, maybe it wasn't quite that drastic, but it was, yeah, there was a lot of I don't know what I'm doings in there, and just in the trying of different things. You know what, me? Hurry up with the base colors so I can, like, stop foreshadowing the ick. The ickety icks. Okay? Oh, wait, there we go. So we're in the shading now, and, you know, maybe this, as it was, would have been fine. Actually, I think that poppy red may have done me, and that didn't help. I should have used a different red. Because it's odd. It looks like there's some yellow in there, even though I never used yellow. I think that's part of the color theory. Like, where you see people make red with shades of blue or, different things like that. And it might be slightly different than how I described it because I only watched a video or two regarding like how people do stuff like that. So I don't really remember it too well. But I imagine that's maybe what happened here. Because the poppy red, I would say, is a little bit of a lighter red, but not like a yellow red. It is still definitely red. And yet I got yellow tones in here, which I do find interesting. But just maybe not with this. Or maybe if it had been done a little differently, it wouldn't be so bad. I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh god, we're on the cone. I'm paying attention to that now. And we're glittering the cone. But you can see all the things that went wrong anyway. This color started out nicer than what they ended up. And that was my glitter fusion paint stuff. Because I still really like the idea of the pink sugar cone. And see, this is the sketch I was talking about. Blop. And there, I just throw it aside. I put it on my pin board above my sewing machine desk thingy. I have to finish cleaning that up and getting it ready because I'm supposed to have some help coming over to see if I can get figured out with this because I've never used a sewing machine before. Half that was off camera. And, here's the final result. Maybe I could have done more shading. Maybe I could have done this. Maybe I could have done that. But you know what? I gave up at this point. It's just, that looks like a weird fingerprint of shading right there. I mean, the shininess of the cone looks really, really good on camera, depending on the angle. And I think the concept is super cute still, but I don't know. Let me know what you think down below, where I will have my Discord link in the description and my merch shop that really needs to be updated at some point in my life. Yeah. Still saying that until I actually get it done. Which at this rate will clearly be a while. But until next week, bye-bye!